One of the biggest reasons, probably the biggest reason for why I decided on Decent Sampler for Field Tone Audio's sample libraries was because of its mobile integration. I travel a fair amount, and when I'm not traveling, I still like to do a lot of stuff on an iPad. I have an iPad Mini 6, and I love it. I love all of the sound processing and sound design apps that are available for iOS devices. And being able to have Field Tone Audio's sounds be compatible with those was very important to me. Which is why I chose Decent Sampler, because it's available on mobile devices. So I have Ohm loaded up here, just a blank instance of Ohm. And let's do some fun sound design stuff on a tablet. I'm going to get a MIDI generator going. My favorite one lately is Chord Jam. Get an audio source. Let's do Decent Sampler. Load up. Do RIA. I mean, it literally sounds good to me, but it also sounds like a good choice. So there we have RIA, and now let's route Chord Jam to RIA by tapping on that square. That sends Chord Jam to RIA. Bring the BPM down. Good. And let's get some sounds going. So we'll open up Chord Jam and go up here to the progressions. Let's just do a basic progression in D. Play. There we go. It's like we have no sound. Mirage might not be the best patch for this one. Let's do a different patch. Randomize some stuff in here. Slow it down a little bit more. Slower BPM might be better for this chord progression. I've also found that an Apple Pencil is a huge plus to have for doing stuff on an iPad, especially an iPad Mini. Okay, let's I'm going to be slowing down this loop, so I'm going to pitch RIA up by 12, because when I slow it down, it's going to sound better. You'll see in a little bit. Let's set up a master. Call this M for master. And we'll send this to M. I want to put a on here. Good. We're doing okay for right now. Let's start putting some effects on here. So some of my favorite ones to mess with are Other Desert Cities. It's a like a delay type plugin. Got some really awesome stuff in here. Bring down the mix. Try a couple different presets in here. This one's cool. I like that. That's from Audio Damage, other desert cities. Love their stuff. And then Audio Thing makes some fantastic things as well. And something that I really like about Audio Thing is that you can randomize the parameters in just about all of their plugins with this dice icon up here. That's really cool. We'll go with that. Then I really like Things Texture as well. Have a preset in here that I've saved that I like. Bring the mix up on this so you can kind of hear what it's doing. Pitches it down, which is why I called it pitch down. I'll bring the mix back. Have a little bit of that effect. And I love doing this kind of granular bit here. Have a preset in here that I like too. But again, this Unfiltered Audio plugin, they have a dice icon in the top right so you can randomize. So let's hit this a couple times and see what happens. Usually get some pretty crazy stuff. Like, this is cool. And then let's put a reverb on here. I love Eventide's Black Hole. I use that a lot on desktop, and stoked that they have a mobile version as well. I think this sounds really cool over here where we are. So let's jump over to the master. This is where I like to do a couple different things. First, I will go to this GAUSS plugin, which was made in collaboration with Heinbach. If you are a YouTube music person of any kind, you've probably heard of Heinbach. If not, highly recommend checking him out. So first we want to hear what we're doing. We'll hit monitor. Then I like making a really long loop. I'll have that be 45 seconds. And we'll hit record. So this is going to record a 45-second loop of the audio that's currently playing, and this is where you'll see why I pitched up Rhea earlier. Because when we cut this to half speed, it's going to slow down and pitch down. And if it was at the earlier pitch, it would pitch down too far and be like a very low frequency sound. We got the loop, and now I'll hit this. We have a half speed loop of that sound. I like to bump up the warble on here. I'll put a high pass. Cut out some of the low end, because there's still going to be a lot of low end when you cut the speed down. Then I like putting on some loop decay, which makes it decay over time. And then let's add a couple other things here. I absolutely love Audio Thing Reels. This plugin is fantastic. Another one that you can randomize. Let's hit this a couple times. That's crazy. Nice and dark. I love having the harshness all the way up. Here's the harshness low. And then I'll turn it up. It just adds some like tape saturation and aggression. Dial that back, tame that a little bit. A little bit of tape hiss, maybe some motor. Then speaker, we'll pull the mix back a little so we have the original audio file coming through. And then we'll put another reverb on. The last thing that I like to do is just add this EQ. It's the BLEASS Motion EQ. This is a really cool EQ. You can just use it as a normal EQ, or it's got LFOs that you can assign to different parameters that will kind of give it a little bit of movement. So I have one in here that I've saved called Slow Shift. This puts an LFO on the high frequency, and I guess I didn't save it properly. Let's change this to the mid frequency. Mid gain, sorry. So this just gives that some movement, and then I want to swap this with black hole so the reverb comes after the movement. If we had left it the way that it was before, then the reverb would have the movement, but I want the movement to be in the reverb, so we put the EQ before. And that's how I very quickly and easily, well, I say easily, I mess with this stuff a lot, so I know what I like and I know how to get the sounds that I like. And these are the plugins that I enjoy and the apps that I enjoy. And again, being able to have the Field Tone Audio libraries in here, and being able to make stuff with sounds that I've created and sounds that are representative of my company is just very cool for me. I can sit in a parking garage and make ambient tracks with sounds that I've created. And that's why I chose Decent Sampler. So you could be in a car or on an airplane or in a bus or at a park with an iPad and be making sounds like this. And that was very important to me because I use my iPad so much as a creative tool, and a YouTube machine, but you know, we all do that. I have no social media apps on my iPad. It is strictly for creativity and productivity, because I want this to be different than my phone and my computer. I want to be able to pick this up and be like, I'm going to create something with my iPad. And we just did, together, in about 13 minutes. We got this awesome loop. Again, I got there pretty quickly because I do this a lot. Almost every lunch break that I have, I sit in my car and make loops like this. One final step, let's arm this for recording and just record it for 2 or 3 minutes. And I'll upload this to the Field Tone Audio Patreon. I'll put a link to that in the description, and you'll be able to download this. Or maybe I'll do it as an installation. I'll put it on here as like an audio stream that you can put on in the background as you go about your day. Yeah, I'll just let that record. I'll be doing a lot more iPad sound design, loop design videos coming up in the future. So, yeah. Check out Audio Thing, check out Audio Damage, check out BLEASS, check out Heinbach. Who else did I use in here? Eventide. Unfiltered Audio. I mean, Unfiltered Audio Silo and Unfiltered Audio Lo-Fi AF. I love those. I can just listen to this all day. I probably will.